Hello, welcome to this surprise stream and welcome to my new video den. This is a little corner of the attic that I've set up so I can just stream or record video whenever I want to without having to tidy up or move things around. And I just wanted to basically test out the technical side of streaming direct to YouTube. This is the first time I've done it, and I'll use the opportunity to introduce you to my beautifully made violin. I've been playing this for a good few years now, and because I'm doing a fiddle live stream, just to clear that up, a fiddle and a violin is the same instrument. Fiddle is just a style of playing, basically. I'm on Friday the 4th of February, this Friday, I'm doing a live stream of fiddle tunes. That'll be down in the living room where it's a nice background and a lovely live space for playing fiddle in. But just for the purpose of this, I'm up in the attic testing the gear and showing you this fiddle. So this is made by Andrea Pontadori, an Italian violin maker who was he spent a bit of time in Hexham in Northumberland and also in Edinburgh. He was already a well-regarded violin maker and an absolute master of the craft before he went up there. He just apparently, I was told, wanted to explore other people's styles and ideas and share his as well. So he was in the shop where I bought this. I didn't meet him there, unfortunately. I bought this from Dave Mann, a great violin maker and owner of Hexham Violin Shop. And there's a bit of a myth that violins need to be hundreds of years old in order to be good, which, if you really think about it, it would be ridiculous if hundreds of years of knowledge and craftsmanship having been passed down didn't mean that makers today weren't as good as they used to be. Makers today are really excellent. So this fiddle was made in 2006. So there you go. It's not an ancient instrument. It's a very good one. So apparently, so the story goes, Andrea made it, but Dave finished it. So it was made by an Italian. And I think it's a traditional Italian design, a Guarneri design. And for whatever reason, he didn't finish making it. Dave put the finish on it and sold it to me. And because I didn't have time to hang around in Hexham when I bought it, I turned down his offer to set it up, because usually if you buy an instrument from an instrument maker, they'll set it up to your needs. So it'll be sort of fairly basic setup. So I took it away and took it to my local violin maker here in Fuskenheim, 2 villages away down the road. I'm so lucky to have a brilliant and well-respected violin maker, Ernst Käshammer, literally just down the road. And over the years, I keep bringing it back to him, and he's been just working away on it. I suppose I'm quite fussy. I was looking for a particular sound, and eventually we got there a couple of years ago. Because I broke the bridge trying to put a pickup in, he made a new one, a stronger one, and suddenly there it was, a big, strong, direct sound. So I'll just give you a little taste. What drew me to the fiddle in the first place was the G string, the low string here, and how rich and full it sounded. Apparently, I was told in the shop that many classical players might find that an overbearing G-string sound. I find that hard to believe, really. But it's certainly great for what I do, especially because I accompany songs. So gives me a nice bass line to sing along to. What you can't tell here, because I'm sitting in a room and playing into a microphone, it's actually quite a loud violin, which is great because it means I don't need to work so hard if I'm playing with a lot of people and playing acoustically. Lovely balanced middle two strings. And the E string, that's very important because some violins have a very piercing sound on the E string. I don't like that. I like it to be quite warm but bright as well at the same time. I want to have my cake and eat it. So this one does it for me. And since I have this new bridge, as soon as the bow moves, the whole fiddle's vibrating, and that's exactly what, generally if you're playing folk music, that's what you're looking for, because you want to get those fast bow movements in. Don't want to be waiting around for the instrument to react to what you're doing. So, oh yeah, the bow, for those who are interested, it's a German bow. So the fiddle's Italian made, finished by a Geordie and set up by a Black Forest German master luthier. And the bow is made by what's his name again? Alfred Knoll, a famous German bow maker. And interestingly, Ernst Käshammer, the guy who set this up for me and who I keep going back to, spent some time working with Alfred Knoll, learning to rehair bows when he was learning the trade. So there's even a connection between the two parts of the instrument, because you don't buy fiddles and bows together generally, unless it's a starter kit. I'm originally a self-taught fiddler. I was, as a kid, there's this great family, the Cragen family, who my parents have been friends with since before I was born, I think, and they always used to come around to our house, or we would go around their house as long as I can remember. And Ali Cragen is a fantastic viola and fiddle teacher, violin teacher, and the whole family, it seemed at the time anyway, were all playing fiddles, and I thought, that's great, I want to do that too. So that was the inspiration, and they could just jam. The two families would just jam together, and I loved the way that Ali could just play along with anything. So that was my initial inspiration for learning to play the fiddle. So eventually I dug out an encyclopedia, looked up what the strings are tuned to, tuned my dad's banjo-lele. Now that's a weird instrument. It's like a very small banjo, usually tuned like a ukulele, but I tuned it like a fiddle, got a stick and a bit of string and tried to make it work like a violin, until my parents took pity on me and eventually bought me a learner's fiddle. And I just started learning folk tunes, mostly Irish fiddle tunes, and my dad played some Northumbrian and Scottish tunes on the tin whistle, so I pinched those tunes as well. So that's how I started out. And eventually, by the time I got to university, I was taught some proper technique. I had some help with technique at school as well. At school, there was a great violin teacher and violinist, Alan Brown. What a fantastic violin player. What an inspiration. Just his command of the instrument, absolutely inspirational. And he kind of left me to my own devices in terms of technique, because he liked the authentic sound I was getting, the fiddle sound. But when I got to university, teachers were saying, you're not really going to be able to I was holding the bow wrong, I was holding the instrument wrong, what's wrong? But they were just saying the way I was doing it, for what I wanted to go on to try to achieve, it just wasn't going to happen. So I had to go back. I arrived at university and went back to trying to play bow strokes on open strings, which is what small kids learn to do. You have to learn to do it if you want to play the fiddle. So I went through that. I swallowed my pride and put myself through that. And yeah, I think it was worthwhile. So I'll give you a tune anyway, because on Friday the 4th of February, I'm going to play an entire set of fiddle tunes. I'm going to play this album, which I made in 2018, Half-Witted, Merry and Mad. I never had a chance to do a live presentation of the album, like a release party type thing, which was a shame. Just didn't have the chance to do it, didn't have the time, and couldn't find a venue that was interested in solo fiddle music. Understandable. But through the internet, power of the internet, I can reach a niche market. So I'm going to play the album from start to finish. Great fiddle tunes taken from the William Vickers manuscript, which William Vickers, whoever he was, noted down just his collection of tunes and had it bound in 1772 in Newcastle. Not much is known about him or where he got the tunes from, but there's a lot of ideas out there. So I'll be talking a little bit about that as well. I'm not an expert. I'm not a historian. I'm a musician, but I'll be looking into that too as well. So here's one of the tunes, one of the many tunes. I think there's about 30 tunes on the album. I'll be playing all of them, and there's a song from the time as well. Really looking forward to doing that on Friday. So here's a tune just to give you a taster. It's called what's it called? I can't remember now. The lads of Saltcoats, yeah. So here we go. There's a wee taster. On Friday that will continue into another 2 great tunes. Yeah, I think I've even got a comment, so I'm just going to have a look at this. Ooh. I think it's in a language I don't understand. So thanks anyway. Thanks for your comment. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a great test for me to just test out the streaming side of the software. Friday I'll be down in the living room, as I said. Big open acoustic, nice background. I'll set up some nice microphones and get a nice fiddle sound for you. And just really relax into a lovely evening of some traditional fiddling. So that sounds weird. I'll see you there, hopefully. Tell your friends, tell anyone who's interested in that kind of thing, and we'll all meet up there. It's free, and it's on a pay-as-you-feel basis via PayPal tip jar. Okay, catch up soon.